Hello, everyone. It's about 10 o'clock Central Standard Time, Central Daylight Time, here in America's Midwest, and it's May 21st, 2024. The legality nonsense. Remember, I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient, so everything is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research, form your own opinions, and let's kind of just get going. Um, yeah, it's supposed to be a pushing 90 today, but I'm wearing my Chiefs shirt just in support of Harrison Butker. I mean, he's a kicker for the Kansas City Chiefs. He's a practicing Roman Catholic, and he was asked to give a speech over at Benedictine College in Kansas. And because of what he said, it follows the doctrine of the Roman Catholic Church. Well, all these idiots are going batshit crazy because they don't agree with the doctrine put out by the Vatican. Well, dudes, if we speak, those of us who follow different doctrines, I mean, each one has its own ideology. So, folks, yeah, they're literally, I mean, you can see it on every public street across Western Europe, the United States, how these pro-Palestinian idiots are going after the Jews. Well, now they're using Harrison Butker as their poster boy to go after the Roman Catholics. Who's next? The Anglicans? Methodists? Baptists? Folks, we got to stick together to squash this army that the Islamic Republic of Iran has forced into the United States and through Western Europe. Now if you go on any international news site right now, you are going to see a lot of stuff pertaining to the funeral of the Ayatollah Khomeini's protege. I mean, the guy was known as the butcher of whatever. Yeah. He went down in that chopper crash the other day. 3 helicopters left that area of northwest Iran. Remember, they got a hold of that chopper through a secondhand source. It was not purchased directly from the manufacturer. So think for a minute. Whoever's been doing the maintenance on those helicopters was never trained by the manufacturer to do the maintenance correctly. Also, like I said before the other day, many vehicles are now controlled by a computer. I mean, look at your car. It's a computer on wheels. It's, you got that satellite radio stuff in your car, which means they can track the car wherever it is 25/8. Same thing with the helicopters and aircraft. All sorts of aircraft. So there's a possibility that the actual helicopter pilot was not in control of that helicopter. He may have thought it was, but good possibility he wasn't. Now, watch for a lot of behavior to happen, because right now the people that are in their early 60s were the ones supporting Ayatollah Khomeini in 1979. They're the ones that have created this mess with the Taliban, the ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Hamas, Hezbollah. These are the extreme Islamic. Yeah, they kicked out the Shah of Iran and replaced it with the Ayatollah, which was considered the supreme leader. Well, his protege, I guess, did his own interpretation of climbing onto a horse onto a rock to ascend into their warped version of heaven. So now there's all this news about the big funeral and all the other people mourning and crying and weeping. I'm going to say a lot of that's for show. Because the people who have been raised under this extreme ideology, they want out. So it's going to start getting really, really explosive in Iran, in the Middle East. And keep an eye on all the shit that's happening here in the States and in Western Europe, because some people who may not be showing the proper amount of mourning may start to get attacked by some of these pro-Palestinian idiots. There's so many clips all over YouTube and other streaming platforms of people going up and asking these college kids, hey, what is river to the sea? Name the river, name the sea. They don't know. You ask them what the definition of Zionism is. They don't know. And these are the idiots wearing the kafiyas, you know, that pattern, that plaid checked scarf. It's only supposed to be worn by men, so those girls that are wearing it, stupid frickin' ass idiots. And the people with the Rainbow Plus people, the alphabet soup idiots, they don't realize that they're considered on the same level as somebody who's Jewish. A lot of things are going to start really exploding now that the supreme leader and the foreign minister are now. Are they really enjoying doing the R word to 72 Vestal Virgins? Yeah. Stuff is whacked. It's going to get worse. And the worse it gets, the more people will wake up. And they're going to start cracking down on the idiots that have crossed the border illegally. And it might be street to street vigilantes eliminating that army that invaded us here in the United States and in other European countries. Now, one of the other news sources did make a big deal because the European country of Moldova has taken in a lot of people from the Ukraine. And yeah, they're saying, oh, they're escaping the Russians. No. They're getting away from the EU puppet Zelensky. And the people who've been able to escape out of Ukraine to get away from the European Union's mandates and Zelensky's corrupt ideology. Yeah, we're seeing clips that they're being housed in old Soviet-style apartment buildings, which basically every family gets 1 or 2 rooms. They share a communal kitchen and a communal bathroom. But the film crews go in and they see that these buildings are spotless. The kids are smiling. They're going to school. They're not under the threat of Zelensky's hatred. And Zelensky wants to be an Adolf. He's put in by George Soros. Hey, you see, like the countries like Moldova and Hungary, yeah, they're accepting the Ukrainian people who know that if they stayed there, it wouldn't be Vlad causing them injury or pain. It's the EU and Zelensky. That's what they're running away from. And people, we have to keep everybody aware of that. Now, we know that we're all still keeping an eye out on the Donald trial in New York. Well, now I guess the judge is pushing to have basically a corridor lined with NYCPD lining the streets from his residence to the courthouse so he doesn't do any deviation and go and talk to people, which I think is really stupid. Waste of money. But the judge is a member of the Obama crowd, Barry Soetoro's appointees. And the prosecution's poster boy, Michael Cohen, oh my gosh, the dirt's coming out of him right, left, 8 ways to center. And the prosecution, their case is falling apart. But you've got a guy on the bench who is who's bought and paid for by the Democrats. And it's going to be really, really, a lot of stuff is going to be exposed in the next couple of days. And we just have to hold tight. And one thing now we all have to be careful of is that anyone who recently uploaded the updates on their PCs, Microsoft platform, okay, this might get me a strike, but Billy G's new software update has this pilot thing in, which means the pilot is saving every single thing you say and do around your computer. And it'll be saved someplace forever, possibly to be used against you when their timing is right. Unfortunately, yeah, Big Brother is upon us. And it's all Billy Gates is the big hot dog in it. And yeah, I guess they're snooping through everybody's how do I want to say this? Everybody's memory cards and chips, their storage, and their electronics that are run on a Microsoft platform. And they're going to start seeing those of us who laugh at Barry Soetoro, Jojo, Blinken, Hilly, Billy, the other Billy C. I mean, right now it's getting pretty obvious that what we saw Jojo talking about. He made some comments about saying, oh, when I was VP during the pandemic, Barack told me to go to Detroit. Now, that's not an accurate quote, but that's the gist of what's being put out there. And now, when I started seeing this stuff, I'm thinking, I got the thought, holy shit. This guy is either in extreme advanced stages of dementia or Alzheimer's, or he's tired of being the stooge. And because they've already created this persona of him being a bumbling idiot, he's going to use that bumbling idiot persona to expose all. Has Jojo quietly flipped the script and realized what a frickin' mess Obama and the Democrats have done to the United States of America and the world? Let's keep our eyes out. He may be flipping the script more and more to expose the corruption and to discredit the entire Democratic Party. Maybe Jojo, Mr. Roman Catholic, had a wide awakening, come to Jesus moment. And he realizes how bad he screwed up. And now his penance, instead of saying Hail Marys and Our Fathers on his knees, Maybe a priest told him it's time to start revealing everything. It's, yeah, a lot of stuff. I think he was told by a priest or some other higher power to start spilling the tea on what's happening. Otherwise, he probably was told that he would rot in hell for all eternity. So Jojo is trying to make amends. It's kind of sick, but it will expose the truth. Now, the other thing I'm laughing at, and someone made a comment on, is about, these world courts, these human rights activists who don't know their butt from a hole in the ground, are saying and doing such stupid shit, like they created this arrest warrant for Netanyahu. And the person that was one of the members of the team that put together this arrest warrant, is Amal Clooney. Yeah, George's wife. Yeah, George talks Democrat a lot. But with his current nonsense, if he wants to produce anything else or star in anything else coming out, he's going to have to start forking out his own cash. His behavior is biting the hands of the film and TV industry. He's crossed the line. Because whether people want to acknowledge it or not, George is acting in a very anti-Semitic manner. And the industry is still a big percentage. If it's not run by the Italian families, it's run by the Jewish families. And George is biting the hand of both families. Because right now, the Italians are sick and tired of a lot of nonsense. And the Jewish families aren't going to support or fund another production where it is by people who promote the Palestinian behavior. Yeah. So, we've got stuff happening. It's, watch for big protests in the next within the next 48 hours. Of people going crazy about the Islamic Empire Republic's supreme leader being taken out. It's going to be traced back to, like I said, something with the computer system, electronic system on the helicopter. I'm getting information that it was hacked. And it was intentional. Hey, remember, everything on my videos is entertainment purposes only. It's going to get nasty. When they keep saying all these days of darkness, people in mourning consider it dark days. The mourning for this idiot could be our days of darkness. Yeah, folks. Yeah, it's a little bit shorter today, but I do get information on things, and I can't. When I get the go ahead to reveal, I will. But I just want to say, everybody, stay safe. Be aware of your surroundings. And yes, be very aware of your surroundings, and especially if you're in large cities, and women start traveling in groups, or make sure you've got something to annoy a member of the Islamic military. I mean, get the cayenne pepper stuff right in their eyes. If you're able to, go to the practice place, pop off one round, and then have it in your pocket or purse, and go run your errands, and then go home. You don't need a CCL if it's that your schedule in some states. Check though. Don't take my word as gospel. It's just stuff that's been popping into my brain from a higher power. Women, we need to protect ourselves and our children, especially from the indoctrination. And those who are employing people, you might want to do a facial analysis to make sure that they're not one of the little brats that was in camping out on a college or university quad. A lot will explode, and I get the feeling that this is our days of darkness while these people are thrashing about mourning. Okay, I'm going to let you go. Next video goes up on Thursday. Today's Tuesday, so next one up on Thursday. Then the live stream is on Saturday. Catch you later. Bye.